Hmm. Might have exacerbated it as I was trying to escape. Hmm.
Smells like corn ash. Reckon it must have attacked the local distillery. Bastard.
That sound just makes me nauseous as hell. I really want to switch it to the red one, but that wouldn't work out well for me. To what bat or whatever it was. I was thinking about doing it, but I would lose stuff.
Landed on the roof of the distillery. Raised a ruckus, made a mess, then moved on.
So I say to that, Mr. Tremblay, the whole Sansator Valley is overrated. Those wines, why? Don't get me started on Est. Ever since they started mass producing it, they should call it Ertat, for it's seen better days. Then he says, you're right you are. Always been a Cote de Bosseur chap myself. In fact, between you and me, I prefer it to Sangral. You know, the wine reserved for Her Illustrious Highness and her inner circle. Then the Foyama blurt out, oh, I agree. Whenever her graces me taste it, I've got to swim my mouth out with vodka afterwards to wash out the rancid taste. Oh, come on, I was drunk, wasn't I? Talking out of me bomb. Well, turns out I had rather overvalued my position at court. Framboy needed but to say a word in Duchess's ear and shake 3 shakes of donkey's tail and I was out in the street. The job of ducal taster's been given back to Benoit. Can you believe it? After that scandal involving Baronesses Niqua and Queen. As for me, well, what was I supposed to do? I had no choice but start making and drinking my own brews. It's always been my true passion. I remember there was some trivia about that Est thing there, but fuck if I can remember it.
Damn it. Half-eaten body with scorch marks? Definitely not a wyvern. Slizzard. Gotta be. They breathe fire. Paw prints. Crawled through here. Clearly too tired to fly. Was in a bad way. Barely crawling. Second Draconid landed here. A larger one. Waited for the smaller one to heal. Then they flew off together. Should be easy to track. Smaller one was still bleeding, luckily. Flew off together. Probably bound for their nest. Another cow. This one's been dead a lot longer, though. Slizzard did this, too. Can tell by the claw marks, the burns. Trail ends here. Been up here already. Might want to take a look, just to be sure.
Rock just looks suspicious to me. Oh, I've already killed him.
Had it right. Slizzard stole the cows. Well, killed them already. Maybe now I can get someone to pay me for it. Good thing I incinerated those eggs back there. Now to collect my reward.
I got a thing here to destroy it, but... oh, I can't.
Must be that ruined fort the fog mentioned. Worth a look.
Very nice chest. Like, you know, if they don't sell like merchandise with that design on it, they're really missing an opportunity. Hell, fuck, if they aren't selling chests with that, you know, like, that look like that, they're missing an opportunity. The Witcher I summoned reached Usar on the Witcher I summoned reached Usar on the 12th of September. He made a favorable impression. I expected to call a killer, yet found myself speaking with someone who could easily be mistaken for a normal man, not for his expansive knowledge concerning the habits of monsters, the two backs on his sword, two swords on his back, and the Griffin head medallion on his chest. Jerome, as he was called, asked me a great many questions about the beast seen near Montcrane Castle. Based on my responses, he concluded the beast in question was a Leshen. During our next conversation, Witcher expressed his astonishment at being offered such a high reward, and one paid in advance, before he even arrived in Toussaint. I'd taken a liking to the fellow and wanted to be honest with him. Despite the vow I'd sworn, I revealed his pay came entirely from a certain Monroe, a mage, so I'd use this gift. Heard the door, it's a, you know, scared of a sudden use this gift to thank our community for a warm welcome. When Jerome heard the mage's name, he first went pale, then flew into a rage. He shouted, and I quote, "Gonna give that old bastard a piece of my mind." Then ran off to the stables, mounted his steed, and rode off, leaving a great part of his possessions behind. He was seen on the road to Montcrane. But then disappeared like a rock thrown into deep water. Master Monroe claims he never saw the Witcher.
Wonder what happened at Montcrane.
Oh, you already know that. Monroe's his father. He kidnapped him and tried to mutate him. Oh, really? Part of this. Okay. But anyway. You know, if I realized it was just going to take me here, I could have probably skipped my way here by just going to the signpost. Where the hell even is this signpost? Okay, it's down over here. I think I already killed the necrophages that turned up to the bodies, so that's why we saw nothing over there. Here's alone? What?
Don't botch this job. I never have signed on if I'd known it'd be like this.
We should drop our tools, occupy the building, say fiddlesticks to it all.
If that's the way it is, I'm off. I won't do it. No buts.
We should
way.
drop our tools, occupy the building, say fiddlesticks to it all.
Not fit to be used on the gravestone.
Well, have you learned how that cow came to fly?
Yeah, you can get back to work. And it wasn't a plague of falling cows.
Did I not say so from the start? A weight off my chest. So what was behind the animal's plot?
Young lizard flying over the quarry dropped it. Was trying to get it back to its nest. Food for its mother and siblings. Probably heard the last of the beasts. Burned the nest, eggs, everything.
A praiseworthy precaution, but as I said, I can only pay you what we agreed. I simply haven't any more.
Here, take this. And I thank you, Master.
All cleared up now, right? No gods, no plague, just the dragon, but it's gone too. We're to pay Emil's widow compensation, and that will be that. So, why do you still stand there and wait, men? Back to work! Chop, chop!
A few hours later, Prophet Leviota Monument. It should be completed now.
Master, what would I have done without you? Countless throngs of Lebiota's followers will praise in prayer.
And you'll pay me, right?
But of course, your reward. The investor is a serious man of enterprise. Our plan foresees mass conversions. With the donations that will follow, we aim to recoup the cost of production in 3 to 5 years. Everything has been calculated, you see, down to the last decimal.
Good luck then. Farewell.
Though growth payment would probably take a bit out of that. So, that's it. I was kind of expecting an achievement or something. But there, statue completed.
Say unto you, if men were but to let the prophet Lebiota's teachings into their hearts, this world would be a more pleasing. Thus raise your voices high.
It's an abandoned temple, eh? Huh. Breakable wall.
Spectre in a place like this? Behind a wall? Someone must have walled some poor fellow up. Spirit can't rest in peace.
Okay, it's a mage. Staff was zero, apparently. The words of the prophet.
Spirit won't rest in peace until I bury the remains. Some sarcophagi in the first chamber. One of them could work.
I don't know why Girl took out a torch. Didn't tell him to. Ah, here we go. 7th of Fianan? 1203. The attacks have grown more forceful. The residents of the nearby village who oppose my presence become more aggressive by the day. They do not like that I speak the truth about their former deities. They cannot understand they will only find salvation in Lebiota. They threaten me with death, but if I am to die for Lebiota, if that is the destiny the prophet has marked out for me, I shall fulfill it with a broad smile on my face. 14 of Yen, 1203. I have just parted with a most marvelous guest, a true convert, a man of extraordinary yearning for truth and faith. He is called Martin, and was once a witcher, but has abandoned that dishonourable trade and embarked on the path of truth. Spoke a Lent and sat for hours in meditation and prayer. To better honour Lebiota, he left behind here many goods which symbolise his attachment to his former life. He has made great progress. If only all disciples of Lebiota were so fervent in their faith, this world would be a better place. Martin confessed to me the bitter truth about the foul deeds he had wrought in his past life. I told him if he was to obtain cleansing, he must go to the hidden chapel. Reaching this weak place, which is carved out of rock and ridden with dangerous creatures, will in itself constitute a challenging trial. If Lebiota lets him enter the chapel's confines, it means he has forgiven his sins, his crimes. And so Martin went. Let Lebiota guide his feet. 19 of Yen, 1203. My fate is sealed. I shall die for my faith, for truth, for Lebiota. This night, folk from the village, a band of drunken thugs, attacked the temple. With hate and malice on their breath, they cried that since I am the great beggar, I should now beg Lebiota for mercy. They looted the temple for all its treasures, thankfully leaving the books for which they deemed worthless, and rolled me in to wither in its sealed tomb. If Lebiota does not send me help, I will die here. May my bones bear witness to his glory.
Should rest in peace now.
Beautiful. Since they didn't have a question mark on the map or anything, I would have missed that place. I only came here on a whim. Like, there's so much I'm sure I'm missing on the map because it doesn't have a question mark or, it doesn't seem obvious, Like, I assume if there's some question mark and whatnot, there's probably nothing there, but there's shit there. Anyway, I sincerely hope you've enjoyed this, and I do hope you join me again soon. If there's anything you'd like to tell me, please let me know in the comment section below. But until next time, love and peace, baby. Oh, also, do keep in mind the backlog. It is at present the 19th to the 10th, 2019. The 19th to the 10th, 2019. So, just keep that in mind. Keep the sheer backlog in mind. I'm not telling you not to tell me stuff. It's just, like, if you expect it to be in the next video or to be in this series, it's probably not, not going to happen. It's certainly not going to happen if you expect it to be in the next video or what have you. This series will be long since done by the time this comes out. The series is for afterwards. The next two are already done, and I already have progress started on the ones thereafter. I've most of Shadow Mordor done. I have a fair bit of Dragon's Dogma done. I've progress. So yeah, feel free, tell me stuff, like if there's something cool in the game, if it's cool enough, I'll go find it. I would have no problem if it's something's interesting enough in re-downloading the game and going looking for it. It's not a guarantee that I will, but feel free to tell me stuff that could happen. If not, I'll do my damnedest to keep it in mind for my next playthrough. As I said before, I do want to show you the other ending to the base game of Witcher 3. Where the other ending for Ciri. I would have showed you it already, but it requires me to go back to basically Vesemir's death and play it, make a different choice. Like bring Ciri to her father, refuse the gift, and then continue on as I did, including doing the side quest. The side quest with Dijkstra is very important. And I got to see it through the same way I did this time around. But yeah, basically I would have had to replay so much of the game, it just wasn't feasible. It was not that it wasn't feasible, it wouldn't have been fun, you know. So feel free to tell me stuff if it's interesting enough, and I'm in the mood for it. I'll go and look at it now, or I may come back to it at a later stage in my other playthrough that I want to do for it. I'm also thinking I could always do a new game plus. That's always a possibility. But anyway, I sincerely hope you've enjoyed this, and I do hope you join me again soon. Till then, love and peace, baby.